Hello and welcome to Natna News Stream, bringing you the latest developments from Eritrea, Africa, and around the world, and keeping you informed and connected to the truth. These are today's headlines. Sudan's army retakes key bridge in Khartoum from RSF. Guterres calls for urgent global action on Sudan crisis. M23 rebels enter Bakovo as DRC conflict intensifies. Egypt announces Gaza reconstruction plan amid U.S. pressure. Magnitude 6.0 earthquake strikes Ethiopia's Oromia region. Israel releases 369 Palestinian prisoners in exchange deal. Zelensky proposes European army to counter Russian threat. And fire engulfs luxury London hotel, forcing evacuation of guests. News in brief. Sudan's military has regained control of a major bridge linking the eastern and southern parts of Khartoum, days after reclaiming the city's northern sector from the Rapid Support Forces. With the conflict nearing its second year, the army has made significant advances, yet RSF continues to hold key positions, including the Central Market, Presidential Palace, and several residential districts. Additionally, the paramilitary forces maintains control over parts of Kordofan and Darfur, where they are besieging the army and its allies in the El Fashir, the capital of North Darfur. Reports indicate that RSF recently attacked the famine-stricken Zamzam displacement camp south of El Fashir, further exacerbating the humanitarian crisis. The ongoing war has displaced approximately 11.4 million people, with 3 million seeking refuge in neighboring countries, while over 8 million remain internally displaced within Sudan. Speaking at the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres urged the international community to take immediate action in response to Sudan's escalating humanitarian crisis. Addressing a high-level conference on Sudan, he emphasized the need for urgent humanitarian aid and international intervention to alleviate suffering caused by violence and displacement. He also acknowledged the vital role of local responders and women-led organizations in providing aid despite dangerous conditions. Guterres called for an end to the arms flow that fuels the conflict and emphasized the importance of securing peace, especially during the upcoming Ramadan. In response to the crisis, the UN is set to launch a $6 billion humanitarian relief plan next week to support displaced Sudanese and refugees in neighboring nations. The M23 rebel group has entered Bukavu, the second largest city in the eastern DRC, despite international calls for a ceasefire. The Colonel Naga, leader of the Congo River Alliance, confirmed that the rebels arrived in South Kivu's capital and plan to advance further. This escalation follows their recent seizure of Goma, a strategic city in the mineral-rich east. The Congolese government accuses Rwanda for backing M23 to exploit the region's resources, an allegation Rwanda denies. Earlier reports indicate that rebel fighters had taken control of an airport 30 kilometers north of Bukavu after the Congolese army and allied militias withdrew with little resistance. Under growing pressure from U.S. President Donald Trump, Egypt has unveiled a reconstruction plan for Gaza, emphasizing the need to preserve Palestinian sovereignty. In a statement, Egypt's foreign ministry expressed its commitment to working with the U.S. towards a comprehensive peace settlement that guarantees Palestinian rights. The statement underscored that rebuilding Gaza must ensure residents remain in their homeland while upholding their legal and political entitlements. Egypt reiterated that a two-state solution remains the only viable path to regional stability. Trump had previously suggested resettling Gaza's near 2 million Palestinians elsewhere, an idea met with firm opposition from Egypt and Jordan. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, however, has supported Trump's plan despite widespread criticism from the international community. A magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck central Ethiopia yesterday, impacting the populous Oromia region, according to the United States Geological Survey. The European Mediterranean Seismological Center reported that the earthquake occurred at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers. No immediate reports of casualties or damage have emerged, though residents shared messages of solidarity on social media. The Oromia and Afar regions have been experiencing significant seismic and volcanic activity since December, forcing thousands to evacuate. The recent tremors follow weeks of minor earthquakes, which scientists attribute to a nearby volcano showing signs of imminent eruption. Israel has released 369 Palestinian prisoners in exchange for 3 Israeli captives freed by Hamas in Gaza. The prisoner exchange is the 6th such arrangement following prolonged negotiations that risked destabilizing the fragile ceasefire. The majority of freed Palestinians had been detained without charges or convictions. Footages showed buses arriving in Ramallah and Gaza, where families welcomed the prisoners. Among those released was Ahmed Barghouti, a close associate of Palestinian political figure Marwan Barghouti. A number of freed individuals required medical attention, while others, including elderly detainees, appeared frail. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has proposed the creation of a European army, arguing that the continent can no longer rely solely on U.S. protection. Speaking today, he insisted that Europe must establish a formidable military force to deter Russian aggression and earn greater respect from Washington. Zelensky also reaffirmed Ukraine's refusal to accept any peace agreement with Russia that excludes Kiev from negotiations. He warned that President Vladimir Putin is likely to push for a deal that weakens Ukraine's sovereignty, emphasizing the importance of continued Western support in resisting Russian advances. Trump administration officials have made clear in recent days that they expect Europe to take primary responsibility for its own defense, as the United States now has other priorities such as border security and countering China. Scores of firefighters took more than 5 hours to tackle a blaze at a 5-star hotel in Marylebone in central London that forced the evacuation of 100 guests. An investigation has been launched over the blaze at the Chiltern Firehouse, a hotel which is a celebrity hotspot and has hosted A-listers including Dua Lipa, Lady Gaga, Tom Cruise, and Johnny Depp. London Fire Brigade said no injuries have been reported, adding that crews remain at the scene overnight. According to the London Fire Brigade, the fire started inducting and spreading from the ground floor to the roof of the 4-story hotel. The fire spread to the 2nd and 3rd floors of the building, the brigade said, adding crews but were unable to prevent their spread to the nearby properties. Well, that concludes today's edition of Not Now News Stream. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching.